Welcome to the first episode of Promises Porch, where we talk about practical ways to discover and develop your unique purpose. Today, the theme of this episode is how to set up for the glow up. Now, I know that sounds kind of crazy, and so many influencers and different people in the media and TV constantly talk about this phrase of glowing up, how to glow up, when you should glow up, how to glow up for 2025, how to get ready for 2025, how to bring a new you to the new year. Today, we're going to talk about specific steps on how you can glow up. Glowing up isn't just about the physical changes. It's not just about like a physical transformation. It starts mentally. It starts in your mindset. You can start transformation. You can start changing your life today. You don't have to wait until the new year. You don't have to wait until you get everything together. You don't have to wait until you have this much amount of money, until you graduate or whatever. You can start today. You can change your life today. And how you set yourself up for success, how you glow up, is all in your mind. The whole thing about waiting till the new year is just a cultural thing. There's no special thing about when the clock strikes 12 and it's January 1st. Yes, January represents new beginnings, but that new beginning, you don't have to wait till the new year. I urge you and beg you, you can start today. And this whole thing of glowing up starts in the mind. When you change your mindsets, your actions will then change. And then the output, the outcomes will change as a result of you changing your mindsets, your beliefs, and who you're on the inside. Changing who you are on the inside changes what you see on the outside. It doesn't start with any of these physical things. It doesn't start with, coming up with this perfect routine or coming up with this perfect diet. It starts on the inside. It starts with what you believe about yourself, what you believe about the world around you. That's when you're going to start to see change, is when you change your mindsets and shift your beliefs to be confident in who you are and confident in who you're becoming. The seeds that you plant now will reap a harvest later. The seeds that you plant now are going to reap a harvest later into the new year. And you can start planting new seeds now. I feel like so many people focus on just the harvest. So many people focus on just the fruit. When in reality, the change, the true lasting change that you want to see starts now, starts with the seeds that you're planting, the seeds that you're planting in your mind, your mindsets, your habits. I can't stress it enough. It starts with what you believe about yourself. It starts with what you believe about the world around you. I want to share a story and talk about how I've seen this in my life. I remember for a time I would set goals and objectives and set dreams, and I would write them down and have it all organized in a chart. And I would be so focused on the end result that I just treated the goal like something to check off the list. And I didn't actually stop to think about what it meant to truly develop myself. I was so focused on the goals. Like, for example, like I would come up with some sort of vision board or whatever. Be like, okay, this new year I'm gonna be a content creator. This new year I'm gonna do this. This year I'm gonna be fit. This year I'm gonna handle my finances well and create a budget and all this different stuff. And it's like I was so focused on the end goal that I didn't stop to develop the proper mindsets to achieve those things. Like, you can't maintain a budget if you keep operating under this scarcity mentality, if you keep operating under this mentality and belief that just keeps doing spend. You can't eat healthy foods and maintain an exercise routine if all you're focused on is comparing yourself to other people and feeling super insecure about your body. Like, that's not going to get the results that you want. You're not going to be able to do better in school and get these good grades if you're constantly beating yourself up and comparing yourself to other people. Like, it all starts in your mind. And sure, maybe you do achieve those goals, but it's not long lasting and not fulfilling. And if you fail to achieve those goals, if you fail to work out, if you fail to eat healthy, if you fail to budget, you're going to view yourself as a failure. You're going to end up feeling secure and bad about yourself. That's why it's so important to focus on the mindset and develop the proper belief systems first before you focus and even think about the end results that you want, the goals that you want. So I'm going to give you a couple of mindset shifts, some things that I myself had to change my beliefs about in order to see the results that I'm seeing today. Like, for example, one of the mindsets is realizing that I have control over my life. I am not a victim to my circumstances. Let me look you in the eye and tell you this. Sweetheart, you are not a victim to your circumstances. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what somebody else has told you, what you grew up hearing, but you have control. Yes, God is ultimately in control. And yes, there are things outside of our control. Like, we can't control the reactions of others. We can't control the weather, any of this. But you have control over your thoughts. You have control over what you physically do, the habits that you put in place. You have control over those things, and you are not a victim to your circumstances. You have the ability to change your life. Yes, it's not going to drastically change overnight, but starting as small as just changing the way that you think about yourself, that changes everything, and you are in control. You have the ability to change that. You are not a victim to your circumstances. Another one is that I have a story and it's worth listening to. I think for so long before I started this YouTube channel before, and even I was a film major for 2 years and all this different stuff, I would get really insecure about my testimony and sharing my story and my ideas. And it's like, no, I have a story worth listening to. And yes, my story may not be for everybody. Maybe not everybody will like it or enjoy it. But there's somebody out there who needs to hear this, and there's somebody out there who will benefit from it. I have a story and it's worth listening to. I'm an interesting person. That's a mindset shift I had to make. I had to be more confident in who I was and what my story is. Another thing is discipline. The word discipline is thrown out there all the time, and discipline is not a bad thing. And actually, discipline can be fun. Let me repeat, discipline can be fun. Yes, it can be hard, but discipline is not a bad thing. You can make these new habits fun. For example, waking up early. I honestly do not like waking up early, but I was able to make it fun. I disciplined myself. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna set an alarm, but let me add some other things to it. As soon as I wake up, let me play some music. Let me eat a healthy breakfast that I enjoy. Let me drink some tea. Let me drink coffee or whatever. Those are little things. Just add little fun moments to it. You can make the habit fun, even though you're having to discipline yourself. Discipline can be fun. Put your own twist on it. It doesn't have to be excruciating and painful. It can be fun. Ooh, another thing I have here is that I don't have to wait until I'm perfect to start something new. I struggle with, if I don't think I'm going to be good at something, if I don't think I'm going to get it perfect the very first time, I won't even try. And when it comes to creating content and everything and where I am at now, I realized I had to learn to just do it, and do it even if it fails, do it even if it looks bad and it's not perfect. Because one, and just doing it, you'll learn something new, you'll learn from your mistakes, and two, you're gonna feel such a reward, like an internal satisfaction from just doing it messy, doing it even though it might seem bad and imperfect at first. Like, I'm begging you, like, whatever that new thing is, whatever that business, whatever it is, just do it. You've already prepared enough. I know me, I literally, all this equipment that we have here, I literally bought it like a year ago. And it wasn't until now that I actually started using it and actually jumped out there and started the business, started the channels and whatever. It literally took me like 10 months just to get in the mindset and have confidence in myself, have confidence that I have a story to share, that I don't have to wait for it to be perfect, and that I can start today. And I'm begging you and telling you, like I'm showing you, like I'm doing it right now, I'm telling you, you can start today and you don't have to wait till you're perfect to do it. You really don't. Just do it, and do it imperfect, do it afraid, just do it. And know that it's going to be so worth it when you actually do it. Those 4 mindsets I gave you, those are the beliefs and mindsets that I had to change. And in adopting those beliefs of just do it, I don't have to be perfect, I have a story worth sharing that I can start today, being confident in myself, realizing that I have control over my life, adopting those mindsets and beliefs changed everything. It changed the way I acted, it changed my habits, it changed the way that I interacted with other people, the way I saw other people. In order to glow up and really see transformation in your life, you have to change your mindset, and that's where it starts. So I'm going to give you a practical example, not just my story, but a practical example, okay? Let's say your goal for the new year is you want to run a 5K, okay? So the first route you can go is basically you wait till the new year, find some running plan online, you start it, you believe that you have to accomplish the goal alone, so you just try and do the training on your own, and you're striving. You end up feeling insecurity at points because you're comparing yourself to other people, and you end up feeling a failure when you don't reach the goal. And then next, you don't even want to try other goals because it's like, well, I didn't work on this one, so I'm just gonna work, okay, and I'm just gonna wait till the new year, and it's just not fruitful. You keep making goal after goal after goal, and you don't reach it. Now, the second way to do it, by changing your mindsets, you realize, okay, I'm in control, I have a choice. What I input is going to result in the outputs. So instead, you change your mindset and you start thinking about a runner. You're like a runner. You're not just focused on the goal of like 5K. You're like, okay, let me think as if I'm a runner. What kind of shoes do I need? What kind of stretches? How much water? What foods do I need? And you also think like, okay, I know I can't do this alone. I can't succeed alone. You shifted your mindset and are like, okay, this isn't just about me. I need other people's help. So you run with other people. Maybe you join a run club, join a class. And you also let go of like, okay, I'm not competing against anybody else but my past self. So you're not comparing yourself to other people. You're not judging your run time based on somebody else's run time. You end up feeling more secure and confident about yourself. And you do it and you accomplish the goal. And even if you don't make it to exactly running a straight 5K, you end up feeling better about yourself because of how far you progressed. And maybe once you do get the 5K, you're like, you know what? I did this. Now I've set myself up for success to do a 10K because I'm not comparing myself to other people. I've adopted the mindset of what it is to be a runner, and I've already set up these other habits in place. Again, it all starts in your mindset. That's the only way you're truly going to see the results that you want, is by changing your mindsets. I can't stress it enough. And this whole idea of renewing your mind, changing your mindsets, it's even biblical. Here's a verse. It's in Romans, and it says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Don't conform to the pattern of this world. Don't conform to what everybody else is doing, what this person's doing over here, what they're doing, how they did it, what their goals are. Be transformed. It says be transformed. How do you be transformed? By the renewing of your mind, changing your mindsets, changing your beliefs. That's the only way that you're going to see the results. That's the only way you're going to be transformed. When you do that, when you renew your mind, then you'll be able to test and prove what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. The Bible says it starts with your mind. That's the only way you're going to see the results, is when you change your mindsets. So, we're pretty practical here on Promises Porch. So I don't want to just throw all this information at you. I want you to walk away from this video knowing some practical ways that I can apply this to my life. Okay, how can I start to change my mindsets? Here are 2 affirmations, 2 mindsets that you can focus on for this week. First one, I am in control and have a choice. I am in control and have a choice. I am in control and have a choice. Know that in your life, like you're in control. You're in control of the habits you put in place, what time you wake up, what time you go to bed, how you show up to work, how you show up to school, how you interact with other people. All of that is within your control, and you have a choice. You are not a victim in those instances. The second one is I have no competition except myself, my past self. I have no competition. I'm not competing against this person over here, this person over there. I'm not competing against family. I'm not competing against friends or any person on social media, any strangers that I don't even know. Like, I have no competition except me, except past me. That's the only person I can compete with is who I was a year ago. If you see that person as your competition and nobody else, it changes everything. Because then the measure of your success isn't based on what you have or who this person is over here. It's based on who you were. And if I look back at who I was a year ago, like, I could say that I've grown up. I could say that my life has completely transformed. And it just boosts your confidence when you think that. Because you're able to look back and be grateful, be like, oh my gosh, I've come so far, and you can celebrate yourself. When instead of comparing and competing with other people, if you're comparing and competing against your past self, it's like, okay, you know, I've come a long way. So those are the 2 mindsets and affirmations. The first one, I am in control and have a choice. Second one, I have no competition except myself. You adopt those 2 mindsets, it changes everything, and it sets yourself up for success, for the glow up. Now you're probably wondering, okay, like this is great. Maybe I have the mindsets, but I have no idea where to start when it comes to the goals and where I even want to go. All right, I got you, fam. I got 3 questions for you as well. And those 3 questions are, where am I? Where do I want to go? What do I need to get there? Where am I? Where do I want to go? What do I need to get there? Where am I? That's basically asking, okay, where am I in life? Let's say I want to go financially. I want to set a goal budgeting. Okay, where am I right now when it comes to my spending? Where am I right now when it comes to how I budget? Where am I right now when it comes to what I think about money, what I believe about money? Focus on that. Then next, okay, where do I want to go? Where do I want to be financially? Do I want to have this amount of money in savings? Do I want to have this kind of budget? Do I want to spend this less? Like, where do I want to go? That's the goal. And then what do I need to get there? Okay, what do I need to to be better at budgeting? Do I need to do research? Do I need to talk to a financial advisor? Do I need to read books, listen to podcasts, read the Bible? Do I need to talk to some wise older person, a mentor? What do I need to get the results that I want? Those are 3 questions you can ask yourself. You do those things, if you adopt those 2 mindsets, and then answer those 3 questions and come up with a goal, you are basically set. You're setting yourself up for success. You're setting yourself up for the best, most transformative glow up of your entire life. I hope this helped you. I hope that you enjoyed this first episode of Promises Porch. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your answers are to those questions, what some of your goals are for the new year, so we can just hold each other accountable and celebrate the small and big wins. So I'll see you later. Love you guys. Peace.